day on the net. Syrian activists mocking the Bashar al-Assad regime. The Swiss NGO has launched an online campaign targeting Nestlé's Nespresso brand. And how to move house the fast way. Bashar al-Assad is on the phone to Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. He nervously admits, "The people don't love me anymore." The Syrian leader is then invited to Tehran, where he's taken to a cave and meets Ayatollah Khamenei, who advises him to suppress the protest movement in Syria by using force and lies. This satirical cartoon, which denounces Tehran's support of the Damascus regime, is the first episode in a new online series called The People's Palace, a reference to one of Bashar al-Assad's residences. These videos are broadcast on the internet and produced by the Wikisham website. They poke fun at the Syrian president, as well as his brother Maher, who's head of the Republican Guard, and also his cousin Rami Maklouf, who controls a large portion of the Syrian economy. Syrian activists have somehow managed to hold on to their sense of humour despite the brutal repression. Satire appears to have become their new weapon, and they're not afraid to use it. In this other web series called Freedom Wobas, two comedians make fun of the official lines relayed by state media. 3 weeks ago, this masked woman also launched a satirical online show. Her first video has already been viewed over 190,000 times. The unidentified presenter criticizes Hassan Nasrallah, the leader of Lebanon's Hezbollah, slamming his support of the Syrian regime. She states that if he wants them, then she and her fellow citizens are more than happy to give him Bashar al-Assad and his cronies, but adds they cannot be returned or exchanged. This video is a parody of the famous Nespresso ad and features a look-alike of George Clooney, the face of the company's advertising campaign, getting hit by a Nespresso shop sign. It's part of an online campaign launched by the NGO Solidar Suisse to urge Nestlé, which owns the Nespresso brand, to include fair trade coffee in its range of products. The campaign is also asking for web users' help in getting the Swiss food company to rethink its practices. Citizens from anywhere in the world can send an email to George Clooney via the NGO's website, asking him to pressure Nestlé into creating a range of fair trade coffee. The scheme appears to be a successful one, as in the space of a few days, 16,000 messages have already been posted online. Solidar Suisse's campaign is also being backed by the online community via other platforms. The official Nespresso Facebook page has been inundated with these fair trade coffee messages, and the multinational appears to be taking these demands on board and is replying to each message, reminding social networkers of the company's commitment to fair trade and bringing their attention to its e-collaboration program. This is a positive reaction and in stark contrast to the attitude adopted by the company in March 2010, when Greenpeace started a viral campaign to put pressure on Nestlé to stop using palm oil in certain chocolate bars, as it has been documented as a source of deforestation in Indonesia. The food giant's reaction generated widespread criticism on the blogosphere. What if huge monsters had walked the earth in the 18th century? Where would we be now if aliens had invaded in 1871? Or if we'd fallen to zombies during the 1930s? American artist Matthew Buckholz has used these alternative histories as inspiration and added a touch of science fiction to this collection of old postcards. The US government will soon be launching We the People, an online petition portal hosted by the White House website. US citizens will be able to use it to create grassroots campaigns on issues that are important to them. Barack Obama's team has promised it will consider any petition that gathers 500 signatures in less than 30 days. Numerous NGOs are already planning to use this tool to raise awareness on diverse matters, from animal rights to the closure of Guantanamo prison. This incredible scene was captured on video in the suburbs of Lyon in France on Sunday. We see all sorts of objects piling up in the street after a man, obviously in a very distressed state, decided to throw out the entire contents of his apartment through the window. He carried on as his neighbours looked on dumbfounded and didn't stop until the police arrived several hours later.
Ah, ouais, dors bien.